What's up? Welcome to Last Call for Week 2 Fantasy Football. It is in the books almost. We got
Oh,
one
about
game
four and a
finishing.
half
Not
minutes.
quite.
About four and a
Um,
half minutes, it'll be in the books.
yeah, but that game is it's pretty intense actually. That's a good one.
What's crazy is that game was scheduled to start at the same time as they usually do, right? And it's
Yeah.
going quite a bit later. I feel like halftime is longer than
Did
usual.
that injury maybe make it I
It
don't
might,
know.
yeah, that might have set it back too. You're right.
I was switching back and forth, so I'm not really sure. I missed something there. I don't know. I
I
can't
wasn't
scroll
too
on.
excited about either game tonight.
Eh, no, not really. For the most
Oh,
part,
I didn't really. I turned that game on right after all of that with Chubb happened.
yeah,
They were
yeah.
talking about it, but they weren't showing replays. So
Yeah, for me it was weird. Like I didn't have much on the line tonight. I guess I had Olave going, um, and then Deshaun Watson in a league. But otherwise, I was just kind of interested to see how many carries Warren took away from Najee Harris. So that's kind of where I was on that.
Najee Harris is terrible.
Najee Harris not having a great season so far. Not
Everybody
at
keeps
all,
dumping on Rashad White and Alexander Madison. Meanwhile, Najee's over there just getting away with sucking.
dude. It's all in the name, right? Will he come back from that? Not sure that I'm completely convinced.
He's Trent
It's
Richardson 2.0.
Man, I don't know if I'd go that far, but
Okay, it's a little hyperbole, but still, like it's not
yeah, I
good.
would I would say it's not going great for Najee. I mean tonight though he matched his week 1 performance. He has 5.3 fantasy points.
Look out!
Ayo,
Look out! We on a
barn
rebound.
burner, barn burner. Whereas Warren has 12.6. So the thing is,
What
Najee
about
Harris has 10 carries for 43 yards, 3 targets with 1 catch for 0 yards. And then you have Warren who has 6 carries, so 4 less carries, but he has 6 targets, 4 catches for 66 yards. So that's
as
pretty significant right there. Those receiving yards is where it's at.
well and as heartbreaking as all the Najee stuff is? Nick Chubb, man, pretty much everybody had him pegged to be the NFL rushing leader this year,
Ugh,
and
rough.
that sucks big time. That's a
That
big
is
hit.
rough. Yep, agreed. Going back to the Warren and Harris, Harris has one more touch than Jalen Warren does. So I'm just going to throw that out there. One more touch. So that's not
Well,
great for Najee Harris.
we were saying going into the season that it looked like Warren was going to eat more into Najee's workload than everybody was thinking, and everybody's like,
Absolutely.
"Oh, nah, you're crazy. That wouldn't happen. Najee's a stud." Well,
Well, here's your problem: is Jalen Warren catches the ball more. Well, they're behind a lot.
yeah,
So Jalen Warren gets to catch the ball a lot.
they're
They ain't
behind
running
a
the ball
lot.
that much when you're behind.
They're behind a lot, and Pickett's under duress a lot.
A lot.
They were
Yep.
taught the commentator crew was talking about it. Like their O line's built for run blocking. It's
Yep.
not built for pass protection.
Yep.
So they're having a hard time blocking for Pickett. But at the same time, they're also not doing their job and opening holes for Najee because he definitely ain't creating anything.
Right.
And so they just can't get that run game going. So everybody, they know they're going to have to throw it.
Yep.
Plus,
Agreed.
I think that Cleveland defense turned out to be better than everybody thought that it would be too.
Well, there is that.
Because they
So
played pretty good last week too. I know conditions were wonky last week, but still, like they played pretty good tonight against Pittsburgh. So very very interesting.
I can say they're not good, but they're still a pro team. So just gonna throw
A
that out
little
there.
little slow in here getting started because people are still watching the
I
game.
know people are still watching that, man. I don't blame them though. That's okay. Perfect. I'm gonna do this. Let's see. Let's head to the chat really quick. We do have Lady Shot Caller up in the house.
What's
Um,
up, gang?
I'm just gonna throw it out there because she did say "Go Jets" before I
Yeah,
went to the
she
game the
did.
other day. So just throwing it out there, Lady Shot Caller, that Jets got that ass whoop whooped. Man, it was fun though. I got to sit right beside a Jets fan the entire game. Well, I say the entire game.
Was he
Left
crying in the fetal position?
left a little bit early. Was there with his buddy that was a Cowboys fan, so they were getting to rub it in each other's faces when something happened. Nah, nothing really good
The
happened for
Jets
the
guy
Jets.
didn't get to do much, did he?
The Jets got one play. The Jets got that one long touchdown by Garrett Wilson, and that's about it. It was funny. Just about the start of the fourth quarter, he literally was. I was talking to him kind of about fantasy, and he was at this point. He was like, "Yeah, at this point, it's all about my fantasy team." So he's like, "Come on, Ferguson. If you're gonna throw a touchdown, just throw it to Ferguson. I got some shares." He was rooting on Pollard too. He's like, "Come on, Pollard, give it to him." It's funny. Oh man,
Pollard had
she's
a
still
really great game.
yeah, she's still watching this monstrosity of a game. Yeah. Uh yeah, I think a lot of people I was surprised being in Dallas's home stadium there, the amount of Jets fans that were at that Dallas game, you couldn't even imagine. I'd say a quarter of the crowd was probably Jets fans. It was a huge, huge turnout. And I went to the bar about a mile away from the stadium beforehand. And I mean, that place was half Jets fans. It was insane. They were
I
just
always
everywhere.
thought, and I always thought it was kind of funny, like for a team that's really never been that good in the Jets, they do have some really diehard fans.
Oh, yeah, they do. You'd have to be. It's like them and
Well,
Browns fans are like, they have to be
I
hardcore,
feel like
right?
Raiders fans are kind of the same way.
Yeah. Yep. You just got to love your team. Not sure why you love your team, but hey.
Certain teams just travel and show up better than others at
Well, it was
away stadiums, and
what was weird is seeing the amount of like couples that were split, where one would be Jets and one was Cowboys. It was very entertaining. We were starting to like count them because it was very entertaining to see the couples that were split.
I'll bet it was mostly women that were the Cowboys fans though, because they're smarter than men. So
That's correct. It actually was for the most part. It was men that were Jets fans and the ladies were Cowboys fans. Yep, for sure. So we get to wear cool little cowboy boots if you're a Cowboys fan, right? So
this is
they
true.
are the richest franchise in the world, sports franchise in the world for a reason. They
All
market well
sports.
to men and women.
That even counts, you know, soccer team, club teams
Yep,
and stuff like, which
it's
is
wild,
wild.
dude. I think I saw something the other day on ESPN. As of August 2023, they were worth over $9 billion or
Yeah.
something stupid. Stupid. That's a stupid amount of money.
Was it 9? I thought it was like 8.5 or something. But
I thought
either
it was
way,
8.2, but then I couldn't click into it because my phone died. That's not the point. The point is, I saw in the Google search it said 9 something. So I'll have to look it up. Even if it's
I'm
8.2, I
pretty
think
sure
is
the
what it was.
next one though is like $2 billion away.
Yeah, it's $2 billion. It's like 6 something. Yeah.
Like
So
it's a ridiculous
yeah,
difference.
it's because that marketing, man, and women love it. All right, so here's the thing. While we're waiting on people to finish up with that monstrosity of a game, as Lady Shot Caller would put it, let's go over your booms and busts that you picked this week. Now, our booms and busts, that's a show that we'll record and it comes out on selloutcrowd.com. We're working in collaboration with selloutcrowd.com for our boom bust show every week, and it goes on there Saturdays. It's going on there Saturdays now. So we're gonna go over the booms and busts that we picked out for that show and kind of see how we did. Let's see. So here's our booms and busts.
Mr.
All right.
Jared hit.
Yep. How'd Jared Goff do this week, Kyle?
Let's see. Hold on. I gotta pull the stats back up now.
Oh, I thought you had that all up. Sorry, my
I didn't know
bad.
you were gonna ask that
No.
specific question for each one. So
Sorry.
didn't have it ready,
Jared Goff had 29.92 points this week.
Yeah.
Good enough to finish QB what, Kyle?
8.
QB
So
8.
finished QB 8, 323 yards, 3 touchdowns, and interception. So pretty good week for Mr. Goff, QB 8.
How far behind the QB 7 did he finish?
Like 0.2 points.
Yeah, so without that interception, he bumps up a little bit.
Yeah, he would have bumped over. He would have bumped over Josh Allen and been the number 6 without
Huh.
the INT.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Josh
So
Allen
there's
beating by less than a point. So
that's crazy. Cool. All right. Well, let's go to your bust QB. You picked Dak Prescott. How'd
Dak
that turn out
Prescott
for you?
QB 17 with 19.6, which is I consider that a hit in the bust column, but it's also like a little bit better than I anticipated him doing against that Jets defense.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
think,
he did much better against that Jets defense, but they
and I
also
know
ran the ball really well against that Jets defense.
we ran the ball really well, but and me and you talked about this a little bit. How Chargers fans were so excited for Kellen Moore, and we had issues with his play calling. And I think Mike McCarthy calling the plays now, it's a little more balanced, makes a
Yep.
little more sense with the flow of the game.
Yep.
Kellen Moore, his plays didn't flow right, didn't feel right, bad play calling. So I think that helped us perform better against a tougher defense. So
I agree.
255 yards and a pair of touchdowns, no interceptions for Dak. So, I'd still consider that a bust performance, being the number 17 QB. But for real life, I think he did what he needed to do and did better than I thought he would. So,
Absolutely agree. Yep. Alrighty, let's move on to running backs then. Boom on Rashad White. Boom shakalaka. Suck it haters.
dude, yeah, everybody was telling me I was crazy for picking Rashad White this week. He finished as the RB8 with 21.3 points, 73 yards and a touchdown, 5 receptions for another 30 yards. Pretty good game against Chicago, which we knew he didn't do as much in the receiving game like I thought he would, like
I
Aaron
mean,
Jones.
5 for 5 for 30 yards is fine, but not what you would expect.
It's
Not
not
after what Aaron Jones did the week before.
right. He did more on the ground, and then the touchdown helped. So that was a good pick there for the boom. I think.
All right, I'm going to pause here and go back to quarterbacks because AJ says Dak hasn't looked incredible. I'm sorry, AJB. Get your own shit under control, okay? AJ Brown has sucked so far this year, giving up everything to Devontae Smith. So, AJ, get your own shit together before you come in, Glass houses, man. Glass houses.
Dude, Jalen Hurts ain't exactly setting shit on fire yet either. So,
Hey, but he's doing fine. It's really AJ Brown who's sucking ass. So,
and
AJ, get your crap together.
I do hate to tell you, AJ, but that Philly defense is a shadow of what it was last year
Man, what is going on there?
because they
Damn,
let a couple people walk. They got a couple injuries. Dallas is taking over that division this year. Sorry.
it's nuts.
Sorry, I'm not sorry.
Those games are still going to be so difficult, though.
Oh yeah, they're going to be tough.
All right, let's get in here. Your bust was Kyron Williams.
This was Kyron Williams, and I whiffed on this one big time.
Here's the thing.
Right before game time, they decide, oh, Cam Akers is going to be inactive, right? Nobody expected him to be able to run on San Fran the way he did.
Yep.
Like, he went crazy. 52 yards and a touchdown, 6 catches on 10 targets for 48 yards and another touchdown. Like,
yeah. Here's the thing. I would like to know who called that. Like, who came out with the hot take of, oh, Kyron Williams gonna be amazing this week. Because like you said, Cam Akers, that news didn't come out till like right before, right? So it's like, well, he's inactive. Huh. Well, that's interesting, but he's still going against the Niners. Okay, he's not gonna do good. And then, okay, whatever. Okay.
yeah, missed on that one.
Yeah. So, oh well, big bust there. Let's see. AJB says I'm AJB from Philly, not AJ Brown. It's exactly what AJ Brown would say.
It's exactly what AJ Brown would say.
Mm-hmm. 2 New Jersey teams. That's right. We own them.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
own
2 New Jersey teams that call themselves New York. Losers.
I know, right? And
also,
let's joke New Jersey teams. All right, the Jets have one of the best defenses in the league, so I wouldn't exactly call them a joke.
I was gonna say, and people were talking up the Giants and their comeback this year, and because of Daniel Jones and his emergence and blah blah blah. So it's like, okay, get out of here. Let's see. Lady Shot Caller says, pick and save my ass. My benches have 40, 60 points. Yeah, dude. Bench players went off this week. Absolutely went off this week. There's so many points on people's benches. I have a feeling. I was looking earlier at like Sleeper sent out a text that was like the top performers at every position, and it was all a bunch of just no names. Like it was
Dude, for real.
incredible. It was nuts, dude. I wish I could find it again because it was a stupid message. Oh yeah, top positional performances. Let's see. QB was Daniel Jones, then Kirk Cousins, then Russell Wilson. Wide receivers was Keenan Allen, Puka, then Mike Evans. So it's not no names, but still. Running backs was Bijan Robinson, Kyron Williams, then Saquon Barkley. Okay. Tight ends Hawkinson, Henry, then Andrews. But I mean, there's names in there like Puka. Okay, no one saw that coming. But Mike Evans, like no one saw Mike Evans doing that great this year, 2 games in a row. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Just saying. Let's get through this really quick, and then we'll get back over there. Your boom wide receiver was T. Higgins.
T. Higgins hit on that number 4 receiver on the week, 28.9 fantasy points.
Love it. Alrighty. And then your bust was Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson did better than I thought he would. Had that long TD play. Gonna call that one a miss though.
Yeah,
He
but
finished.
if it wasn't,
he finished as the wide receiver 27, so it wasn't great, but it was still better than I anticipated. So
here's the thing, though. Let's
gonna
take away
double
that.
that one.
I know we can't play this game, but I'm going to anyways. Let's say we take away that one. What was it, like a 73-yard touchdown or something stupid? I mean, it was one really long one. Can't find it, but he only had 2 catches, so he had 1 catch other than that one long touchdown, and only 83 yards. I mean, it was one play. His entire day was made off of one play. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
So nuts.
But still got to give myself a miss on that one because
never doubt Garrett Wilson, right?
He did better than I thought. Yeah, dude. And I told her, we were telling everybody on Sunday and stuff, like, you still got to start him.
Yep.
Even if you don't think he's going to do great against a tough defense, like, he can't sit.
It was 71 yards. So take away that 170-yard touchdown. He had 1 catch for 12 yards. Other than that, he had that one great play.
Not great.
Yeah, that's rough, man. That's really rough. Late shot callers say I wouldn't call it a miss, Kyle. Yeah, I mean you got unlucky with one play. So I'm gonna side with that on that. I don't think you missed it. I think the overall performance was a bust. So
depends on how you look at it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean T didn't have a single catch last week, so that was a good call that he would go off this week, for sure. So all right, so your boom tight end
whiffed it, just totally whiffed it.
Yeah,
he was non-existent. Is what it is.
That was rough.
I really didn't see that one coming.
All right, let's get through the rest of these really quick. Your bust tight end, Hayden Hurst.
Nailed that one.
Yep, nailed that one.
Shut down Conquo. Now they shut down Hurst back-to-back weeks.
Yep.
New Orleans against tight ends is an easy call.
Yeah, that was really bad. I'm gonna look up his stats really quick. He had 5 points. He had 3 receptions on 3 targets for 20 yards. It was not good.
He did better than Okonkwo last week.
Yeah, because Okonkwo got a big old 0.
Yeah.
And then streamer kicker Riley Patterson.
All he had was extra points, no field goals, so he only had 7 points on the week. Not great.
Yeah, not good. And then streamer defense Indianapolis Colts.
Pretty good week for them.
Yep, not too shabby. For a streamer option, I mean, for a streamer, you're just looking to do pretty good. So, all right. Over here on Instagram, do I trade Tua, JT, and Amari for... Let me get rid of this off the screen. Hold on. There we go. Let's get our beautiful mugs up there. All right. Do I trade Tua, JT, and Amari for Addison and either James or Kyron?
Is it a Superflex? Or does the guy just need a QB that bad?
I think he just needs a QB that bad. You'd be trading JT and Amari for Addison, James, or Kyron.
James.
I'm going to guess James Conner there. James Cook, sorry. So James Cook or Kyron Williams.
I would do
Kyron's
it.
not looking like a bad pickup.
Kyron's looking great. He's the RB1, confirmed by the coaches today.
Okay, he said single QB, and I have Mahomes, so he can afford Tua.
Do it. I love Addison, and Kyron Williams is on fire. Dude.
I would do it for Kyron.
And I don't see that changing.
And
Connor,
JT makes me nervous as hell.
JT makes me nervous. James Conner's going to get hurt. Like, he's their whole offense right now. And they've got, they got Dallas this weekend, and they've got other tough matchup. Like, I would rather have Kyron. He just went ham on the Niners.
Yep, same. And they're feeding him, man. And JT makes me nervous. You got to make the playoffs. So JT's getting zero production now. If that's a redraft league, I'm doing that trade.
But I do like Addison a lot as well.
Yep. I do too. He's tearing it up. One more over here. Kareem Hunt worth a pickup. Saints and Browns may need someone. I think he might be. I think I'm going after Kareem Hunt all of a sudden.
Yeah, I wouldn't even mind spending a couple of dollars maybe for Fournette, just in case you miss on Hunt.
Yep, Fournette might be worth a couple fab dollars there.
Jerome Ford's going to be your number one pickup this week, though, I think.
Yep. All right, let's see. What's up, Albert? How's it going? Weren't first in. Disappointed. Probably first in after the game ended. I'll give you that.
I was going to say, he popped on right after Tyler said the game was over.
Oh, yeah. Where is Sushi with that Lockett boom this week?
Dude, Lockett had a good game this week. Number 6.
I know you think Sushi will show up later. But that's the thing with Lockett, man. It's a roller coaster with Lockett. You never know what you're going to get.
Well, and anytime Lockett has a good game, Sushi will be here.
Yep.
Just got to be patient sometimes.
AJ wants to know how much you spend for it in auction waivers.
I think auction fab works the same way, right? So
I assume so. It seems that way.
Honestly, I would spend as much as like 20% on him. I mean, he's the man now in Cleveland. Even if they bring Hunt back, Ford's going to be the top guy.
Oh, yeah. So FAB stands for free agent auction budget. So most people just don't call it that. Just throwing it out there. But yeah, I would throw a pretty good amount out there because my argument was they should have gotten rid of Chubb. They should have traded Chubb knowing that they have Ford, because Ford showed us last year he was more than capable. So they let Kareem go instead. I was like, Kareem's cheaper. Ford and Kareem is a much cheaper duo, especially when you're still trying to pay Deshaun Watson that much money.
I would spend, probably 20-25% of my fab on Ford. He's going to be very effective. And hell, tonight he did great.
He did great tonight. Yeah, I like Ford a lot.
He's going to be the top dog there at running back. Even if they bring somebody else in, they're not going to bring anybody else in that can beat him for that spot. Obviously, Hunt wouldn't, or he would still be there instead of Ford, right?
Yep.
So I would spend a pretty good chunk of money on him. He's going to be he's already one of the better handcuffs in the league. I had very few leagues where he wasn't drafted already, but if he's available, spend the money and get him, because these are the kinds of opportunities that the handcuffs like that are waiting on, right? So
Absolutely. He's a good handcuff too. So
those are the good handcuffs where the starter goes down and then the backups instantly, like, he's a high RB2 basically right out of the gate now because of his workload.
Yep. Alrighty, here's one from Millie Mills. What's up, man? T. Higgy and McLaurin for Diggs. Y'all think I can pull the steal off? I got Josh Allen. I'm trying to stack it. I don't know that I would call that a steal.
I wouldn't call it a steal. I think it's fair. I don't have anything against it. If that's what you want to do.
The only thing I would have against it, I'm sure you have the wide receiver depth to be able to pull that off. I would be worried about giving two guys that are starters in your lineup, I'm sure, for one guy. So I'd like to know what other wide receivers you have on your roster to make that before I pull the trigger on that, I would say.
And also whether you can pull that off or not depends on if the other guy is shallow at receiver and needs help.
I agree. Yeah.
If he's also deep, he's not going to do that. He doesn't have a reason to.
Yeah, he's got to have a reason to do it for sure. Z Money is 2-0. My fantasy. Let's go. I love it, man. All right, let's see. Let's see how we can mess that team up. Am I right? Do I trade T-Law, Travis Etienne, and Juju for Tua and Derrick Henry. I have Anthony Richardson for a backup QB. My other running back is Stevenson.
Keep T-Law and ETN.
Richardson makes me nervous for all the reasons he's proving he should make us nervous. Anthony Richardson is a phenomenal athlete, going to have great fantasy production for as long as he's in the game. And he's gone out of the game 2 weeks in a row. And this week a little bit more even serious. I was feeling good. I subbed him in over Herbert at the last second in a league, and I was like, and then he went off for 2 rushing touchdowns really fast, and then he got hurt. And so, and this Browns. God, let me know when you can see that update on Chubb that just came through on Sleeper on your phone.
Yeah, so just a second ago. I just want to speak on this real quick first.
Yeah.
Like, be patient with T-Law. He had a bad week this week. He's going to have better weeks. I think what we're finding out, because Goff had a rough week last week, I think we're finding out the Chiefs' defense is better than we thought it was going to be.
Who knew?
So, yeah, don't panic on Trevor Lawrence. He's going to have very, very good weeks. He's still going to be a top quarterback this year, so don't freak out. Tua, you already have Richardson. Why would you want another QB that's a hit away from retirement? Like, stick with Trevor Lawrence. Trust me.
Yeah, and Etienne, he had a great week last week. He had a bad week this week. He plays Houston, then Atlanta. Like, he's going to have a couple more weeks. So,
well, then Etienne's going to have his boom weeks. Henry is Henry.
Yep.
But sit tight.
Yeah, I don't think I'm doing that. Alrighty, Kyle, what was that update that came through on Chubb?
It just said that the Browns believe it was a significant and season-ending injury.
Season-ending? That sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I have 0 Chubb in any of my leagues, so I'm happy about that.
I had Chubb in one, my work league. I had Chubb and Dobbins, lost them both back-to-back. So,
ouch.
That league's going to be a little bit tough now, although I did manage to snag Kyron and Roschon off of waivers last week. So, might not be as bad as I thought, but still it's not going to be Chubb and JK. So
I tell you what, Kyron Williams looking to be an even better pickup than we originally expected. I'm really sad we didn't see that coming.
I'm still kicking myself. I dropped him 2 weeks before the season started in our dynasty because I needed a spot. It's a shallow dynasty.
Cam Akers is supposed to be the guy, so that's annoying.
There's more stuff than there should be on this dynasty league waivers because it's a shallower dynasty league because it's also IDP. I needed defensive backs, had to drop somebody. Kyron was a low man on my totem pole at the time. Puka, had to drop Puka for the same reason. Dropped them both prior to the season, and now look. And now I've got other guys that are worthless.
Good thing it's your work league, Kyle. They don't know their ass from their elbows.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
And Millie Mills says Akers might end up in Cleveland. Or he'll end up in a rotation in...
I don't think he'll end up in Cleveland.
He might end up in Baltimore or something. Who knows?
Baltimore, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Indianapolis would be fun.
Kareem Hunt could end up back in Cleveland. That would be interesting. Just let Jerome Ford do his thing and bring back Kareem Hunt and just have that duo.
I could definitely see that as a possibility because he's also already familiar with the offense and the team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not a bad little...
It's a good fit, but he's not going to overtake Jerome Ford as the starter, just so everybody knows.
Yeah. Connor wants to know, how much value does Kyron lose when Kupp is back? Personally, I don't think he loses any value. In fact, it opens up the field probably better because that offense...
He might lose a couple of dump offs a game. But not much.
But does he get more goal line scoring? There's more scoring opportunity because that offense is going to be more and more efficient. So
more scoring opportunity, and if the field's opened up, just more true running plays versus he might lose a couple of dump offs, but it'll all even up. I think he'll still be fine.
Quality over quantity. Okay. Yep. All righty. Let's go over here to Dylan. What's up, Dylan? 12 team in full PPR. Looking at all that. Trades. Was willing to move any wide receiver not named Diggs, Mostert, Herbert. Mostert big week though, so I don't know. I mean it's tough without going through and looking at, but you have a really strong roster. Um, that's tough, man.
I would ride
I
that.
like your quarterbacks, but Anthony Richardson is making me so dang nervous.
I would sit on that another week or two and see how things go. I'm not really panicked. Like Michael Thomas, I wouldn't mind moving. If you could use Michael Thomas and like Gino or Richardson to upgrade your QB a little bit, I might go that route. But like your core, Pollard, Cook, Mostert, Herbert, Diggs, Nuck, Hollywood, Andrews, I like that. I
It's
like
good,
all
man.
that. I would use maybe Michael Thomas if someone believes in him or needs another receiver. Upgrade your QB just a touch. I wouldn't go too crazy. Anthony Richardson and Mike Thomas might get you a Trevor Lawrence if someone's panicking. So shoot for something like that maybe. But
Yeah.
I like
Otherwise,
your core. I wouldn't be looking to blow it up
yep.
too much.
Oh,
Not yet.
Dylan says knowing the Browns, they'd be the type of team to pull for Jonathan Taylor.
Well, they were talking tonight. They got like 4 of the highest paid people in the league at their positions and stuff. Like they're just out here spending money like crazy.
It's nuts. Salary
You're
cap. What's salary cap?
you're right. It wouldn't surprise me either, to be honest with you.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Oh, he was talking earlier about the T-Law ETN trade. The guy's after them because he's a Jags fan. Well, then leverage him and get more out of it.
Get more
He's
out
a
of it.
Jags fan. He wants those guys. Get more out of it. Take full advantage. A lot of people don't take that into account when they're talking about trades, but Z Money, you're right on the dot here. Like, he's a Jags fan. I'm going to
Yeah.
pay more for a CeeDee Lamb or a Pollard or even an Andrews. Some of these guys I'm paying more for because I love these guys. And unfortunately, the people in my leagues all know that I will pay more for these guys.
Same. I get fleeced for Cowboys every year.
And then like a Mark Andrews, like they know I'll get fleeced for Mark Andrews too, just because I love the guy, Boomer Sooner, But
Yeah, for sure. But
so
if that's the case, I already didn't like the trade when I didn't know that. But knowing that, you could definitely aim a lot higher and get more out of it.
no, that's the one you didn't like the trade.
That's what I said. I already
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
like
okay,
the trade.
yeah,
But knowing that, if you're going to take advantage of it, take advantage of it. Like,
yeah.
otherwise, there's no point.
So Millie Mills coming back off that Diggs trade earlier. Wanted to know his other wide receivers. He has Olave, Godwin, JSN, Higgy, and McLaurin. So that's where he's talking Higgy and McLaurin for Diggs. That would give
Yeah, I'm
him
fine with
Diggs,
that.
Olave, Godwin, JSN. You have the depth. So
Yeah,
if you
I'm
can
good.
pull that off, I am okay with that.
Yep, same.
All right. Dougie P, let him be. Okay. Yeah, Dark Wolf. Most of my leagues are filled with injuries right now. Absolutely. It's been a brutal year. I feel like we say that every year, like it gets worse and worse. But even I was telling my wife the other day, I was like, listen, I know I complain about injuries every year because she always eye rolls like, oh, yeah, all your teams are getting injured. I've been pretty lucky with the injury bug this year, other than tight ends with Kelsey and Andrews in that week 1. I was like, listen, babe, this is the first year that I can remember that so many superstars didn't even make it to week 1. Like they were out week 1. It's like that rarely ever happens. And there were multiple superstars out week 1 this year. So I was like,
Well,
it's just a wild year, man.
we started to speculate last year, right, that a little more injuries were happening because people weren't playing in the preseason and stuff.
Yep.
This year, I think it's making an even bigger impact. These players not playing in the preseason and stuff. And they're coming out and trying to go 100 miles an hour right out of the gate, and their bodies ain't ready for that. They've been going light all summer, don't play any preseason, and then they come in and they rip something because they're going 0 to 60. And
It's not smart.
It's not smart. They're not handling their bodies correctly, I don't feel like.
Oh, absolutely not.
But also, I did also see a thing though where over the years the injuries have gotten worse and worse because more and more fields are turning to turf, and now like the NFLPA is trying to petition the league and stuff, trying to get more stadiums to go back to grass because more people get hurt on turf than on grass.
Right.
Also,
Absolutely, they do.
So
Um,
that would be nice if that got changed. But also, I do think more of these players need to play at least, a little bit in every preseason game just to get their bodies back in the groove. Even if they only play a quarter every week, just kind of get them slowly work back in the groove instead of, shorts and t-shirts in camp and then boom, week one. Like that's tough.
yeah, no, I agree. Your body's just not made for that.
Because as much as
Um,
intense you want to train, you're never going to be able to train for a
it's not the
true
same.
game time scenario. That adrenaline just kicks in different. Your body's moving different. You know.
Yeah, it's just not the same.
Yeah.
Okay. AJ just got this trade proposal. I have camp makers for Zach Charbonnet. I
I'd
don't
hang
think
on
I'm
to
doing.
Akers and see what happens, man.
Yeah, I'm curious on where he ends up.
I want to see where he lands. And honestly, even if he lands somewhere shit, you're not missing out on a huge trade there with Zach Charbonnet. He's not really doing anything
And he's a
behind.
backup. He's an obvious backup right now.
Yeah, he's not really doing anything behind K9. I thought coming into the
No.
season, and I was 100% wrong on this. I thought they were going to split, pretty good. I thought he's going to have a pretty big cut of the pie, and he's not. He's a true
Yep.
backup.
Yep.
So I would sit tight with Akers and wait it out.
Yep. Dylan says, yeah, A-Rich definitely scares me. Was thinking upgrade wide receiver too. Yeah, Anthony Richardson's just going to be like that. That's going to be scary. He's going to be in some interesting situations. So health-wise, and that makes me really nervous because you just don't know. And I said it the other day. Oh, Anthony Richardson is going to outscore. Who did I say? Dak Prescott or something like. I can't remember who I said he was going to outscore. But I was like, yeah, even if he just plays 3 quarters, if he can just make it 3 quarters, he's going to outscore. I can't remember who we were comparing him against, but it was just because of that rushing, especially against Houston. And he took off from the get-go, doing exactly what we said he would do. And then he got hurt exactly like we said he would. So, yeah, makes me nervous. Salary cap is a joke. Hey, I appreciate the salary cap. I hate the NBA salary cap where it's like, we have a salary cap, but if you want to pay us off a little extra because you have some money, you can go over it. And it's like, well, that makes a lot of sense. Not.
Mm-hmm.
The salary cap is what allows these teams to come back and compete.
Yeah.
So,
I like the NFL salary cap. Like I say, the NBA salary cap's a joke, but then like baseball not having one at all is just ridiculous.
yeah. Yeah. Taylor wants to know, if you're in a full PPR league, do you play Warren over Najee?
I would right now. I would.
Yeah. No.
After 2 weeks, I would.
I mean, they play Las Vegas and then Houston next, right? So
Here's what I would do. I would stick with Najee through these 2 games because they should be pretty good matchups. If he fails on these 2 games, I'm starting Warren from then on. But
yeah,
I would let him play through these 2 pretty good matchups and see what happens.
Vegas and Houston should be good matchups for Najee. So, Warren's getting a pretty good amount of work now because they're kind of getting behind, throwing the ball a little bit. I mean, I don't know. I think I give Najee 2 more games before I'm panicked. So,
but that's it. Like that's where I draw the line. If he doesn't go off against Houston, I'm done. He's dead to me.
Yep, agree. Browns trade for Jonathan Taylor. See, look at that. Instagram's thinking the same thing.
It's totally possible.
It
Not
is possible.
likely, but possible.
It's very possible, which would be interesting. And then what do they do for Chubb? Just, we need the salary cap space. Bye. Yeah, Itty Bitty says, what a night of horrible football, but luckily got the win. Ooh, that's close. 0.3 points with the last Elijah Moore catch. Your opponent's pissed. Your opponent is pissed right now. 0.3 points. Congratulations on that, Itty Bitty.
Seriously, out of this whole week, could they have picked like 2 worst games to put on Monday night?
Jamonga? Yeah.
They picked 2 of the worst games of the week to put on Monday.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. That's why they had to put 2 of them. So it's like, hey, you want to be bored or you want to be extra bored? And it's like, cool.
Exactly. Be double bored.
You want to throw up once or twice?
Yeah,
Let's see.
exactly.
Over on IG, Jamonga says K Hunt will be brought back in. That we talked about that too. That's
I
that's
think that's honestly
that
the
is.
most likely scenario in
I
Cleveland.
agree 100%. Yep, I think that's exactly what's probably going to happen. Um, let's see. Dylan says James Cook volumes are great. Are you concerned about his TD upside? Feels like he always comes out at the important times. His usage is great though. I think he comes out exactly when we thought he was going to come out.
He's doing exactly what I thought he would do. He's getting plenty of play between the 20s.
Yep.
And then short yardage, goal line situations, it's Harris and Latavius Murray. And
Yep.
honestly, it could be either one of those at any time. So you can't even predict that. So,
Yep.
yeah, I don't want any part of that Buffalo running game if I can help it. I mean, if James Cook is like your flex, okay. But, yeah, he's never going to be that RB1 or RB2 for your team. He's just not. He's not that kind of runner, for one. And he's not, even though he's getting a lot of touches, he's not getting the types of touches that put those guys up there that high.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, he had 17 rushes this week, which was really good. 4 target stuff, but like I said, they're all between the 20s. So unless he's busting one off, it's he's not scoring a touchdown most likely. So, but that's good usage. I mean, he had almost 20. He had 19.9 fantasy points. That's pretty fantastic. But
Yeah, that's a great
you
game.
can't rely on that every game. I mean, they were playing Las Vegas. That's why we were saying give Najee a week there against Las Vegas and then Houston. But so it's not a great thing, but ugh, rough. Also, is Mostert just a fluke week? I know Jeff Wilson will come back. Maybe A Chain more involved. Not sure. See, it's just a great game against the Pats defense. What do you think, Kyle?
I think they want to run Mostert as much as they can because this may be his last year in Miami. Like A Chain, they just drafted is essentially a younger version of Mostert. And so I think they're just going to run Mostert as much, like run him into the ground this year. He's already 30, probably his last year in Miami, if not the league. Like run him into the dirt, and then maybe towards the end of the year we start seeing more A Chain as Mostert starts wearing down. Wilson will come in and get a handful of carries like he did last year. He'll get some work, but I do think eventually you'll see A Chain start working into Mostert's workload as the season progresses. But for now, just keep riding Mostert if you got him like in your flex or something.
Yeah, ride him till you can't.
Yeah.
Mostert's 31, by the way. Ouch.
Oh, is he? He must have just turned 31.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a great week, but I don't know. It's hard to say. I think you're probably right there.
He's always had spot big weeks when he was a starter. Even
Yeah,
in San Fran, he wasn't consistent on a weekly basis, but against certain defenses and stuff, like he always had big games here and there. So as long as he's healthy, I'm riding him. I think the only way you'll see A Chain start eating into it is if he gets hurt.
he's only played a full season twice in his
Yeah,
career,
he
and
always gets hurt.
and both of those times he finished as the number 25 running back. Both times, one in San Fran, and then once in Miami last year. He finished 25th. Right now, he's up to the number 6 running back, but hard to say. Let's see.
I mean, I have no doubt in my mind he'll end up getting hurt at some point.
Yep.
So use him while you can, and then once he gets hurt, Wilson will probably be back. A Chain will start getting some carries. That's when it'll be a mess.
Yep. Yep. Itty bitty, I see your lineup question, but we're gonna skip it for now. Hit us up tomorrow night. We'll start answering a lot of those week 2 lineup questions. That's not quite yet. Sorry. Millie Mills, how y'all feel about Matt Breida? Nah.
Honestly, I think him and Eric Gray are probably going to run committee now without Barkley. And I don't know who's going to play what role. If I was to guess, Eric Gray will probably be a little more valuable based on receptions and just overall being a better player, I think. But I'd probably staying away.
Is Cam Akers the new running back for New York Giants?
Nah, I don't think Barkley would be out long enough for that.
No, I don't think so either. But yeah, they right now they have Tywan Jones as their listed as their number 3 running back, but I think Eric Gray gets to pop in there a little
Yeah.
bit. So, um, back in 2000s, Andy Reid used to have full practice with the Eagles, full contact. Yeah. Oh, I like this. NBA is a
Well,
joke.
and I've seen you watch Hard Knocks every year. All of these teams will have joint practices before they have their preseason games against each other and stuff. But your stud top players are still not playing in those practices. If they are, they have non-contact jerseys. They're not going full speed. Like, I don't know. It's
They baby him too much, man.
they do, and then they
I
come
mean,
in and get hurt.
even when we were there at the Dallas game, like they called that roughing the passer on the Jets, where the guy fell and tackled Prescott around the legs. Give me a break. I mean, that's not roughing the passer. Okay, you tried to get the quarterback down, you fell at his legs and just grabbed him around it. Come on.
Well,
But
I've
even
seen
then, Garrett Wilson's long touchdown pass, that safety pulled up to not hit Garrett Wilson. Literally tried not to hit Garrett Wilson and let him pass him so that he could catch the ball and go. And it's just like, that sucks, man. That's what we've gotten into is that players are afraid to even hit the wide receivers at all. Like it's bad, man.
Yeah, it
Maybe
is because you'll get hit for targeting or for blindside hits and stuff, or like the rough of the passers really gotten out of control because
yeah.
now if you fall out their legs or if you tackle them and even land on them,
Yeah.
it's rough in the passer.
Or
It's
if you
like
sling
being
them.
tackled. Like, what do you want?
So you can't land on them, but you can't sling them. Like, it was funny. I was joking again with my wife because we were at the game. I was like, so yeah, you can't tackle them up high and you can't tackle them down low. She's like, oh yeah, so you can only hit them in the middle. I was like, well, kind of depends. I was like, not really. It's like you really just can't touch the quarterback at this point. Like, put flags on him, dude. If you don't want him to hit the quarterback, put flags on him or something. It's stupid.
Exactly. They should make it 2-hand touch, right?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Play them like they want to treat them like training camp. Play it like training camp. Touch, sack, boom.
Done. Give him 10 Mississippi. No, that's a long time. Give him 6 Mississippi. Okay, I got to put this one up on screen. Dallas winning the East. Looking that way right now. That defense is beast. Jesus.
I'll tell you what game I'm looking forward to. And, Sushi brought it up last week one time. Week 5, Niners. Or maybe it was Jorge that brought it up. I don't remember. But Niners Cowboys Week 5 is going to be a fun game.
It's going to be really fun. That's going to be
It's going to
good.
be like a 6-3 final score, but it's going to be fun to watch.
Well, honestly, I thought the Jets Cowboys was going to be a low scoring affair.
Although, if Kyron Williams can run on the Niners, I think Pollard can handle it too.
I agree. We just got to hope that the Cowboys have an offensive line healthy enough to play against the Niners at that time.
Because Kyron and Puka both went off this week, and CD and Pollard are better than both of them. So
100%.
surely we could score on them, right?
100%.
We just got to stop CMC.
Dylan wants to know, should I try and move James Cook, Mostert based on their good weeks? And if so, should I? Well, who should be my target? I got a weak link there at RB2. You've got to find someone that doesn't have depth at running back.
That's the thing. Find somebody that needs a running back. Let's see.
I mean, you
targeting somebody though with those two.
I think you can get a good amount with those two right now.
Aim high. Like I'm looking at Jahmyr Gibbs, Travis Etienne, Stevenson, Kenneth Walker. Like I'm wanting.
I may be going higher than that.
I'm wanting something pretty good for that duo.
I mean, depending on, and this is me just being a little crazy here.
You're not going to get CMC. You might be able to pull off a Barkley if that person's struggling.
You might be able to pull off an Eckler with the news coming out. We don't know how long he's going to be out with this ankle injury.
Might be able to pull off an Eckler. Maybe a Henry if someone's worried about Spears. You're not going to get Bijan. Too much hype still. Josh Jacobs has looked like shit so far. Maybe. But you won't get a Pollard. You won't get a Bijan. You won't get a McCaffrey. You might be able to get a Barkley just because of the injury. but I think ETN, Stevenson, K9, Gibbs. Gibbs is one I would shoot for, honestly, especially if Monty's gonna miss a couple weeks here and stuff. Like, I don't know. Those are some guys I like.
Oh man, here I was searching for the Eagles, and I accidentally typed out Eagles and didn't get anything. Man, ugh. Let's see. The Eagles have played New England and Minnesota. Okay,
And
but
barely
yeah,
win both of those.
but that's cool. Yeah, I mean, we played two. Well, the Jets aren't a horrible team, and we handled both of them. One on the road there. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say that you can downplay all that. You can downplay that what all you want there, AJ, but they're handling business. So,
Yeah.
um, let's see. I'd stay away from all of these new running back committee teams. Obviously, some guys are the clear number one. Yeah, but those are becoming more and more rare.
Yeah. There's
Way
literally
rare.
like 3 backfields in the league with a true number one now. Like, not very many.
I
Now
mean,
there's
even the talk of the town with Tennessee there, with them splitting
yeah.
I mean, that was freaking people out last week. So,
Yeah. It's looking strange out there, man.
I am
Gee, Kyle, you were right. Stop drafting running backs because they all split carries. And they all get
now
freaking hurt every week.
now I am a little happy. I was looking at the split there between Stevenson and Elliott, and I'm happy to see it balance back out to where it should be this week, where
Yeah.
Stevenson was handling most of that. Elliott that first week had so many targets. He had 7 targets, 5 receptions. This week it wasn't that way. So he had
Yeah.
5 touches total, 5 carries for 13
You
yards.
know,
So
and that's the thing with some of these committees too, like that one especially. The game plan's going to change from week to week too, and that's the same way it was. It's been with the Lions and stuff. Like certain game plans and certain teams get to see one running back more than the other. If one team has if one guy has a hot hand, maybe they ride him a little bit more than they normally would.
yeah.
So that's the problem with committees is they're unpredictable.
Yep. AJ saying even a Cowboy fan admits it. Terrible for protecting QB. Yeah, I mean Cowboy fans are better than Eagle fans. We admit when it's embarrassing to win that way. No, I've just always been that way as a fan. Like you want to win a certain way, and like that kind of call is just annoying because that's also not football. Like that's stupid. That's just a
Well,
stupid rule.
I like to think, other than just friendly trash talk, I can be objective about my team. Like I know when my team is sucking. I know when my team messes up. I'm not delirious and delusional out here. Just oh, my team's the best, and we're barely beating New England by 5 points. Like I'm not. Had to take another dig at AJ there. Sorry
Gotta,
about
man. Gotta.
that. but seriously, like some people are literally incapable of being objective when it comes to their team.
Yep. Yep. They're just blinded
I'm,
by it.
I'm realistic. I've been a Cowboys fan long enough. I can be realistic.
I think we have to. Our reality is really hard.
And I know I've said, like, me just being a good fan's like, oh, we're going to the Super Bowl. We're the best team in the East and stuff. But I know the Eagles are going to be tough. I know the Niners are going to be tough. If we make the Super Bowl, it's not going to be a cakewalk by any means. So,
And I don't
but
see us not
a
screwing
little,
something up there.
a
So,
little, a little friendly trash talk never hurt anybody, right?
okay, so this one's really interesting for Millie, and it's funny because this crossed my mind about Eckler. So let's talk about this. He says people saying Barkley faked his injury, and a couple other running backs also are trying to vouch for the running backs to get paid. I don't know, but that's word in the streets.
I actually
So
saw a tweet or something about that earlier today,
you know
talking
what's funny
about
about that?
like with JT and stuff, these guys playing up injuries because they didn't get paid.
You know what's going to be funny is they're gonna hurt themselves because they're just gonna show that these backups can come in and do the job the
Right?
exact same way.
Well,
So
we know for a fact Chubb's injury isn't fake.
right, but I'm saying
That
these
was
other guys, if they are faking that, I mean, they might screw themselves out of a job. But it is
possible.
funny how all the ones that were in these contract disputes and stuff wanted to get paid. All of them just happen to have ankle injuries.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs next. Josh Jacobs got an ankle injury now. Like, who
Yeah.
else? It's what it seems like. I mean, you got Barkley, Eckler, and
Barkley,
JT.
Eckler, and Jacobs, JT with his. The only two we know aren't fake are Chubb and Dobbins. Like those are gruesome ones.
Maybe they're just really dedicated to the cause.
They're like, yeah, you don't want to pay me? Screw you. I'll just rupture my
Yeah,
Achilles. What?
it's a bit fishy. I agree, Millie. I
The
agree.
problem is because they all have these 2 to 3 week minor sprains and stuff like you'll never be able to prove it. You can't prove it with those. You
But
basically go to the doctor, go, ooh, ow, that hurts, and oh, you got a sprained ankle, you're out for 3 weeks. Like nobody can prove if it hurts or not. They
yeah,
could easily fake that if that's what they wanted to do. I
yeah.
like to think they have a little more integrity than that and want to win, but who knows?
Why do we draft RBs one? Right.
We don't.
We used to.
We
Um,
don't.
this year, my first round draft was Kelsey, pretty much everywhere. So, is what it is. Uh, cool. Yeah. Dylan says, "Yeah, I'll tune in again tomorrow. Send my full team again and see what packages y'all think. And a few options for trading too. Yep. That tomorrow night would
Yeah,
be really good for that.
go through the other teams and look for a few possibilities and maybe throw those at us and like have us pick one or two or whatever to
Also, guys,
try.
gonna throw this out there, but if you go to fantasyfootballadvice.com and sign up on the
Mhm.
social media network that we have, you can catch us all the time on there. It's a social media network just for fantasy football, and people are on there asking questions, posting polls, posting photos of their rosters and stuff. It's advice all the time. It's like
Dude,
this
seriously.
show, but all the time just on a social media network, and you don't have to worry about any of that other crap. So you can go in there. It's free to sign up. Of course, you can upgrade to a pro package if you want. The code is below. Kickoff for 25% all pro packages. That'll allow you to do polls and do groups and some other different things in there. So go get signed up there. Ask a bunch of questions on there. It's a good community for fantasy football. So go join up
Yeah, for
on that.
sure. Not only can you post your questions and get them answered, you can see other people's questions might cover your situations.
Yep.
We have so many other content creators on there posting content, podcasts, articles, their
Yep.
own shows, rankings, things like that. Like really good content creators with really good information.
Yep.
So definitely come check it out, man. A shout.
Absolutely. I love this. Some dipshit in my one league just bid $52 on Anthony Richardson. I
We
mean,
had more bids than that last year. Or last week, I mean, last
last
week.
week bids were insanity. Granted,
People
now
went
Kyron Williams,
nutty. People went
but
crazy this week.
now Puka and Kyron look like great pickups, right?
They
Like
do, but you don't want to blow your entire fab in week one on a
I
couple
wouldn't
of
think so,
guys. Like
but
that's not a good strategy.
yep,
Because now if they need anybody the rest of the year, they can't get them unless nobody else claims them.
yep,
Like I always want to save at least a little bit of fab for down like after the trade deadline,
yep.
going into the playoffs and things. I want to have some stuff just in case.
Man, you just never know. You never know. Though in some leagues, I'm wishing I would have actually spent a little bit more,
Yeah,
but
there's a couple of leagues I underbid them that I wish I'd have bumped
I,
it up.
I
I didn't take them seriously enough
same.
last week.
But like I got
This week I
Kyron
would have,
Williams.
but yeah, I didn't buy in soon enough to bid enough.
Like I got Kyron Williams in a dynasty league, and I'm very excited about that. In a dynasty league where
It's
I
the
already
same one
have,
that I dropped him in 2 weeks before the season, so you're welcome.
I was gonna say, and what's funny is I already have McCaffrey, Eckler, and Pollard in there, among others. So it's nice to get another one in there.
Well,
So
I got Roshan and Brian Johnson, so But I've
Ayo.
also got Madison, so I'm really hoping he bounces back.
Yeah, you need that pretty bad.
Traded for Monty this week, and he got hurt. I jinxed him.
Um,
But hey, no Achilles tears in the boom bust picks this week, so that was a plus.
let's see. Dark Wolf says, all this talk of committees, how about Swift? Yeah. Is he still the backup for Gainwell after his week, or do you think would be the lead now. Yeah, that's a.
I have
I
no
think
idea.
I think you go more to a split.
I think it'll be more of a committee now than starter backup. Yeah, I
I
agree.
think now we get what we expect from Swift, a split committee. So I
Yep.
would not expect. I mean, first of all, that workload that he got this week was just stupid.
It's not going to happen every week.
There's no way it could. I mean, that is
Whether
just
it's Gainwell
unsustainable. It's
or
not realistic.
Swift, whether it's Gainwell or Swift, neither of them will get that kind of workload again. Like
Correct.
that, the workload was a fluke. But I think what everybody thought. So when Philly traded for Swift, and everybody thought, oh, it's going to be Penny Swift split. Swift will get all the catches. It'll be like Monty Swift in Detroit. It's going to be that now, but it's going to be Gainwell and Swift instead of Penny and Swift, like everybody thought. And yeah, I think both of them are going to be relegated to flex plays because of it now, instead of, or either one of them by themselves could have been an RB2, but now they're going to be you almost have to get them both on the field now. Like, how do you not get them both on the field now? They both played so well. So
yeah, I was basing that RB committee off the Eagles. It'll be 5 guys running. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Swift will get hurt at some point. I'm certain of it. But
yep. What a mess.
yeah.
Okay, so Don John wants to know: are we freaking out over Chase yet? Jamar Chase, that offense.
Not even close. No.
I have faith in that offense that they didn't just forget how to play football all of a sudden. They're off to a bad start. First week, rough with that weather anyway. So I'm going to kind of write that one off. So
that one was rough. Baltimore defense is pretty decent. They only lost by 3. Like, I'm not freaking out on that offense. Hang in.
They'll figure it out.
Those players are too good to not get it figured out.
Yep.
That team as a whole is too good.
Yep, I agree. I mean, are we freaking out over AJ Brown? No. I think they'll get it together. AJ Brown will get it together. It's fine.
Well, and that's the thing with teams that have 2 good receivers like that, right? This week it was T. Higgins week. Next week will probably be Chase.
Yep.
You know, Devontae Smith has had a really good 2 weeks. AJ Brown will have his games too. It was the same way last year.
Yep.
AJ and Devontae alternated big games. That's just the nature of the beast. But
and let's
they're
not be
still studs. Like, they're still going to have good games. They're still going to finish 1,000 yards, probably 8 to 10 touchdowns by the end of the season. Like, just hang in.
Exactly. I mean, and AJ Brown had almost 15 points last week, but he's not putting up points that you expect from AJ Brown, right? But this AJB says AJ will score 30 next week. Very possible.
He probably will. He probably will.
Playing against Tampa Bay. I could see that. Let's see. 8-man. All right, business circuit. Okay. You got an 8-man league, so your team's going to be stacked. Mahomes, Eckler, Pollard. Yep, look at this. I'm 0-2. Who should I pick up or trade for? Well, we don't know who's on your waivers, and trading is going to be really hard because most teams are going to be made up just like this. But I would try to upgrade that tight end, and maybe
running backs. Like, I feel like your wide receiver too is not great.
I was thinking that same thing.
Kirk and McLaurin, I feel like you could have done better in an 8-teamer.
I agree.
That receiver. I think Waller will be okay, but I would rather upgrade.
Maybe try to trade. Well, here's the thing. Najee Harris.
I would try to move Najee. Wait, let him have a big game one of these next couple of weeks and ship him.
He has Vegas, then Houston, and then I'm shipping Najee Harris. Yep. That's what I'm doing. So, but you're 0-2 right now. That really makes it tough. I'd be curious to know who's on your waivers that might be worth picking up. But also, do you have roster spots to pick them up? Hard to say. But
that's the thing. I want to know who's on your waivers. Because, like, me and Corey are in an 8-team in our family league, and we have roster limits. So we're only allowed to carry 5 running backs, 5 receivers. So there's actually a lot on waivers. So I don't know what's on your waivers, but I'm thinking there's got to be something pretty good out there that you can go pick up, unless it's just super, super deep benches.
Right. Yeah, but I doubt it.
He says
Um,
for what positions? Well, mostly for receiver and tight end, but there might be some sleepers or running backs still sitting out there too.
yeah, I'd
So
be curious if you know your tight end and running or
tight end and receivers for sure. I'd
yeah,
like to know what's on waivers.
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I want to know too. Let's see. Hey guys, I'm in a 12-man half PPR league and I kind of needed some pass catchers. Waddle and Pittman and Judy are my best wide receivers. Not horrible. Trade Waddle, Walker, and Joku Edwards for Greg Wilson, Waller, and Keenan Allen.
No.
Waddle, Walker, and Joku. Joku and Waller.
Wilson and Waddle are interchangeable for me. Walker. I don't want to trade Walker.
Yeah, I don't think I'm doing that.
Njoku and Edwards, if you want to trade for Waller, I'm not against that.
And Wilson did get he gets a little bit of a downgrade because of his quarterback play. I mean, you saw this week, if it wasn't for that one play, it was nothing. So, yeah, I don't think I'm doing that. But also, Pittman, not horrible like we thought was going to be.
I think
And
I
Judy,
think I'd hold on for a couple more weeks, see how some things settle. I think Waller will start playing. We'll have better games. Wilson and Waddle are just too close for me to trade Walker and Njoku Edwards for Waller and Keenan.
yeah. And Keenan Allen may not even stay healthy long enough for you. He makes me nervous. Someone's trying to sell high on a big week for Keenan Allen there, but I don't know. I just don't think I'm doing that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
AJ wants to know, do you guys have any sleeper? Oh, sorry.
Hold on, I want to go back to business circuit. He's posted his waiver stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Wide
Ooh.
receivers: Dobbs, Reed, Elijah Moore, Reynolds. I'm not touching Reynolds. Sky Moore. Running backs: Zach Moss, Gibson, Penny, Ford, Gus, and McKinnon. For tight ends, there's Schultz, Ertz, Musgrave, Kincaid. Okay, now pull up his team again.
Okay, hold on. I'm sucking all this in here. He has McCaffrey and Breeze also. Okay.
That's a different guy.
Oh, got it.
Skip one and then the other two. Yeah.
Sorry, the colors were all the same here.
So
That's not it either.
no. There we go.
Sorry, their icons are the exact same on my screen here.
Then I got Kirk, McLaurin, Najee. So wide receivers, I would look to snag Elijah Moore or Sky Moore at receiver, and I'd be okay. I don't know what's on your bench, what you could drop. I would try to snag up Elijah Moore receiver for sure. At running back, I'd try to get Jerome Ford ASAP.
Honestly, Zach Moss isn't a bad.
Or Zach Moss. Oh, okay. On his bench, he has Watson, Christian Watson, I assume. Gabe Davis, Kendrick Bourne, McPherson, Tutu. Had to put Deontay Johnson. Okay. I would drop Tutu and grab Elijah Moore.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's Deshaun Watson.
I would drop Tutu for Elijah Moore. I would drop Gabe Davis and grab either Zach Moss or Ford.
Yeah, I would try to grab Moss or Ford.
Who are his tight ends again? I forgot. Waller? Or am I thinking of that other team again?
You're thinking of that other team. He's got Waller.
Okay, Waller. Trying to think who else. Well, if you've got McPherson, drop Folk or drop one of the kickers and grab either Musgrave or Kincaid.
Yeah. Alrighty. Let's move.
He says Ford or Moss. I would go Ford first.
Ford and
because
then Moss.
We know done for the year. I would go Ford first. Moss, we don't know if JT's coming back or what his deal is.
Yep.
So definitely Ford first.
So
drop Davis, drop a kicker, and drop Tutu. Grab Elijah Moore, Ford, and Musgrave or Kincaid. I'd probably go Kincaid.
Buddy, I'm just playing against the last. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up because we're going back and forth up here. It takes a lot of
Yeah, no,
scrolling. So that's what AJ's like. Oh, so do you see my comments right away? They show up right away. It's just we have to scroll down them. So it depends on if I'm at the bottom when a new one comes in, and I may see one because I'm up here. I'm still reading them from 5 minutes ago, so I'm 5 minutes behind on these chats. So, but yeah, if I'm down at the bottom and I giggle, it's probably because of something when you guys sent it was just ridiculous.
As I'll say, I can see him right away. I'm always at the bottom. Corey's up at the top because he's had to go one by one as we answer. So yeah, it's tricky. The chat is tricky.
AJ, I love this guy. You should like and subscribe. Yes, please like and subscribe to this channel. And instead of just straight donating, go over to fantasyfootballadvice.com, sign up for the website, and get something for your money. You can subscribe there, get some money. It'll support us, but then you also get to be part of a community and get your questions answered all the time. So way better than just a straight donation.
It's only $3 a month.
$3 a month or $5 a month, depending on what you want to do, $30 a year, So just go over there. It's way better than just a straight donation, and then you'll be part of the community too. So get something for it. But yeah, we'll take your money if you just want to give it to us too. But I'd like for you guys to get something for your money. So go over there and sign up for the community. It's pretty fun. Yep. And it's improving. We'll have the new mobile app coming out this week. New mobile app. So you'll be able to get it on the go. Let's see here. Connie says,
hold on. Where we left off, in case I think you lost your spot. 11:33. AJ asked if we had any sleeper tight ends. That's where we.
Oh, that's right. I was gonna ask it, and then you pulled me off of it, and we never went back. My bad. You guys have any sleeper tight ends?
I don't know if he means for the week or for the season, but
sure either because I haven't looked at week 3 yet.
Guys on waivers that I think will improve as the season goes: Michael Mayer, Irv Smith, Juwan Johnson. I still like Higbee, Musgrave, Hurst if he's still out there. These guys will have some pretty good games. They're going to be inconsistent though.
Yep.
Okonkwo, Everett, if people got rid of them after a couple of bad weeks,
yep.
Those are guys I would definitely try to target those two if someone dropped them. So any of those.
Yeah. You know who I'm surprised not doing better? Tyler Higbee. I figured Tyler Higbee would be doing a little bit better.
Me too. Well, nobody expected Puka, and Tutu's been covering pretty well. I don't think he'll be a thing like Puka. I think it's just a case of when Kupp is back, Tutu will be nothing.
Yep.
Puka will still be the number 2. I think he'll still be productive. Van Jefferson is worthless. If he's on your roster, drop him.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Connie says, I have Gibbs, Swift, Madison, Sanders, and Gus Edwards. Definitely trying to package G Swift and a receiver for a better running back. Yeah. Madison is letting us down, so I don't blame you there.
Yeah, he is. Sanders will have better weeks. I think Madison will have better weeks too. They'll play easier defenses. He'll have some better weeks. He's not going to be the high RB2 everybody hoped for, but not that I hope for, but he'll have some boom weeks here and there. Sanders the same way. They'll be matchup plays, basically.
But I do like the sell high on D Swift. I like that.
Sell high on Swift.
Gus Edwards is a good sell high right now too.
Yeah, I think you can put either one of them with a receiver, but if you're using Swift, you can aim a whole lot higher.
Yep, you can aim a lot higher with D Swift, but Gus Edwards, even if you're just needing a small upgrade at receiver there, then yeah. D Swift and receiver for a better running back, yeah. So
I think as far as like what running backs to aim for, I think McCaffrey, Pollard, and Bijan will probably be the only 3 you couldn't get with Swift and a receiver right now.
Yeah.
I'd aim for any other one that you like.
Okay, so the business circuit says Tutu been doing good. Why take him off? But then follows up. Should I try trading Gabe? He had a good game. I would try trading Tutu.
Now I would take Gabe and Tutu and maybe try to package them up and go trade them for another receiver.
Yeah.
Sell high on both of them and go get somebody that's going to be a little more consistent that maybe
Yeah.
has been underperforming a little bit.
Gabe Davis is not going to perform
Gabe Davis is
consistently enough.
proven.
He's going to be a frustrating player.
He's proven he's not a consistent guy. Tutu, he might have even a couple more good weeks. As soon as Cup is back, he's going to be a streaky guy. Let's see. Let me find you some examples of guys I would shoot for.
I'm the only one as old as you guys here. Yeah, that's probably true.
That's true.
Today is my birthday. I turned 35 today, by the way, guys. So I'm old now. I hit a milestone.
Everybody sing happy birthday in the chat.
No, don't sing happy birthday in the chat. That's weird. I don't even do that. But
if you type it, I'll sing it. I'll do it.
I officially turned old. I officially turned old today. So 35.
Anyway, I would take Gabe Davis and Tutu. Shoot for guys like DK, right? He's not setting the world on fire.
Yep.
Waddle.
That Jamar Chase panic person.
Yeah, I was starting to say Waddle because he hadn't been like tearing it up either.
Well, now he's got a concussion, right? So,
let's see who else. Diggs is coming off kind of a slow week. Godwin is somebody I would definitely target.
Oh yeah, I like Godwin.
D-Hop, Hopkins, Ayuk's coming off a rough week.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you'll get an Ayuk because
I think it'd be hard.
Judy, I think, would be. Oh, you got Judy. Did he have Judy, or was that somebody else too?
I don't remember.
Shit, I can't remember. I'm getting all the teams mixed up.
Yeah, it's a lot of rosters trying to keep up with. I can't keep up with.
Jahan Dotson is a good one. Aim for somebody like that with those two. Then if you get a 2-for-1, that automatically clears a roster spot to grab one of the other guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you've got a league that likes to trade, try it. For sure, try it.
God, what's that like? A league that likes to trade.
The problem is, all of this information is available to everybody on the internet. So everybody, all they have to do is click on a website now, and there's 8 articles going, sell so-and-so high, buy so-and-so low. And
it does.
Nobody has to do their own research for us anymore.
Well, you just gotta hope that you gotta follow your gut.
Rather than their research, right?
You gotta follow your gut. All right, let's see. Anish says, just traded Mostert for Kamara. Running backs are Taylor, Javonte, and Madison. How do y'all feel about the trade? Trade Mostert for Kamara. I went and got Kamara.
Honestly,
that seems about right.
I'm okay with it. Kendra is hurt. Jamal's not playing great.
He's not.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine with that. Mostert's going to get hurt. Like you say, eventually Wilson will be back. A-Chain will start eating into it. I feel like that's a good move.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it.
I like it.
I think yeah. Not mad about it. Let's see. Gitz wants to know, is it Gitz or Jits? It's Gitz. If I traded Kupp and Khalil Herbert, what running back would be a reasonable target? Ooh.
And Herbert, you could aim pretty high.
Yeah, with Kupp in there, I mean, you may not even have to put Herbert in there, honestly.
You just gotta find the guy that believes Kupp's gonna come back at 100% and is a big Kupp fan.
Yep.
And there's plenty of them out there. But whoever it is, just take their top running back. Yeah. You could literally aim for everybody, but probably McCaffrey with that offer.
Yeah, Kupp's gonna get you quite a bit. So, let's see. Jay said, I want to pick up running back. I forgot what we were talking to him about. But sorry, it's
Who?
Jay
To the,
Arrington.
to the
I don't know.
Instagram? Oh,
I'm gonna
I'm
pick
gonna
up
pick.
running back.
Uh,
Oh, WWE has New Orleans running back injured due to come back. Lee Johnson running back for Chicago. Waiver wire has New Orleans running back injured due to comeback.
grab Roshan.
Yeah, Roshan's the way to go there.
Much rather have Roshan Johnson.
Yep. Also, try not to split up your thoughts on your messages so we don't have to try to connect the two for it, guys. Just so you know. Happy B-Day. I'm older. Happy birthday. Appreciate it, guys. Look, even on my birthday, I'm here hanging out with you guys. But thank you for hanging out with me. I love it.
That's because everybody else is sick of you.
I told you, happy birthday. Go away. We gave you presents. Go away.
Please go stream and leave us alone. Happy birthday.
It's your 35th one. Go away. Go stream.
How many of these things do you need anyway?
It's funny because my son, he's 3, and we were like, today's Daddy's birthday, and he went, again?
For real, you milk
Shut up,
this
you
thing.
little jerk. You're going to have another one too.
Every year you milk this thing.
I do not. I forget that I have it until somebody reminds me.
Yourself. Every year?
Every year. I'm so basic. Let's see. I got Puka. Not sure if I should hold and play him or move him since I drafted Cup the day before his re-injury.
If you got Puka, if you got Cup, hang on to him. Because as soon as Cup comes back, guess what? Switch, same.
Well, but if you can sell Puka before Cup comes back and Puka loses some value.
Thing is, we don't know when Cup is coming back or if he's even coming back. Like,
yeah,
I would hang on to Puka.
Yeah, I think it's worth
that thing out, man.
I think it's also worth that because, and here's the big reason why too. Even if Cup comes back, there's no guarantee he doesn't re-injure himself.
Exactly.
So Puka is a fantastic insurance policy there.
To me, it's worth missing out on a potential trade.
Yep, I agree.
For that insurance policy. Because nothing says the trade doesn't work out either.
Yeah.
Trade for some guy and he gets hurt, then what? Honestly, I would just ride the insurance policy.
Yep. I 100% agree with that. Let's see. Oh, I'm curious of what that is. Shane, hey guys, I need some guidance. I have no running back. I have Barkley, JT, and Hall.
Oh.
I have AJ Brown, TK, Judy, DJ Murray. Okay, so you have good wide receivers.
Your running backs are good if they were playing. But...
Yeah, you have really good. Hall had an impossible task this week.
Hall will have better games when he's not playing Dallas for sure. So you have a running back. Barkley will only miss a few weeks. JT, who knows? I would try to trade JT and one of those receivers to get another. Like this week, DJ Moore had a pretty good game. I would take JT and either Judy or DJ. And I assume that means DJ Moore. It might mean Deontay Johnson, actually. I'm not sure. But either way, take JT, take Judy or DJ, and try to trade them for a different running back. And you get aim pretty high, I think, with that.
He said, I was trying to do T-Law, DK, and DJ for Hertz, Locke, and Burks. Locke.
I don't know.
Maybe Lockett would be my best guess.
That doesn't help him at running back, though.
No.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe it's... Oh, he did say it is DJ Moore, not Deontay Johnson. But I don't know who Locke is. Oh, Lockett. It is Lockett. So
that doesn't help anything.
So that doesn't help you at running back. So I wouldn't do that.
Now, Gitz has already asked you about his waivers. I'm curious on what's in waivers too. He's got waiver claim 8. So he's not going to get one of these top guys unless there's just a good enough amount of guys out there on your waivers for some odd reason, and some people forget to put in a waiver claim. I would still put in a waiver claim for like
Well,
a
he says
Jerome Ford.
he says he's an Eagles fan. That's why he wants Hurts, but it doesn't help your team.
Yeah,
Like
not worried about
T
that.
Law and Hurts. Hurts is an upgrade over T Law a little bit, but like it's a double downgrade of
I mean,
receiver. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't do
and it
DK and
doesn't help
DJ
your
for him.
running back situation. It hurts your ability to trade for a better running back. Actually, probably.
Also, how did we get yet another Eagles fan in here? My God, no,
Dude,
just kidding.
we have more Eagles fans than anything in our chat, so it's fun.
Them and
Kind of
Niners
funny.
fans, I swear.
It's pretty funny. But like, yeah, dude, I would take JT and TJ or Judy, and I would aim for one of these higher running backs to pair up with Hall.
Yeah,
Like, go buy low on Jacobs or something like that.
yeah, yeah. You need quite an upgrade, man. All right, let's see. Trade for
Just
Higgins.
try to get something off of waivers to hold you over until Barkley's back. I would trade for Higgins. It just depends on what you're trading for him. I
Yeah,
love
I mean,
Higgins.
yeah, I'm not down on Higgins at all. So
I'm
yeah, it
not
depends on
down.
what you're
I'm
giving
not
for him,
down on Higgins, but I mean, I
but
would have
now
traded
my
for him before he blew up this week. But
but someone might be looking to sell high, thinking like, oh, I got lucky this week, so I'm gonna sell him high. They might be looking to offload him still. So yeah, I'm buying if the price is right for sure.
yeah, if you get him for a decent price, I'm all about it.
Yep, yep. Uh, 007-ish wants to know Akers to the Browns.
I doubt it.
Doubt it. And we've said this a couple times tonight. I think we're looking at Kareem Hunt probably headed back to the Browns would be my guess. And Jerome Ford steps up into Chubb's role, and then Kareem Hunt comes back in and does his thing. I mean, to me, that makes the most sense. I think it's the dream situation for all the way around. So, let's see. Let's see. Like, why would a person trade their? Let's see. Git says, but then it's like, why would a person trade their first round pick for someone's third round pick and Khalil Herbert? Well, because situations change.
Situations change after those drafts, man. There's values and busts every year.
Yep.
Every year, we're past the point of draft capital mattering. It just doesn't
Wasn't
matter.
that? But wasn't that?
Puka was undrafted, and he's more valuable than half the receivers drafted already.
Yep. But wasn't he talking about Cup and Khalil Herbert?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that
so Cup was a first round draft pick, unless your league is weird.
yeah, that would have been really strange. Maybe he's in a what the super flex or something silly.
Oh yeah, maybe.
That would be the only reason Cup would be a third round pick.
That or a very shallow league.
Yeah, that nothing about that. No, even a shallow league would put Cup in the first round. That's weird. So that's strange.
I don't know.
Let's see. How would you guys fix this 12 man? Ooh, that's unfixable, man. No, I'm just kidding.
We had a better chance of fixing Corey's face than fixing this team.
That is not true, Kyle. Do not lie to our viewers. This is unfixable. Oh, let's see.
I'm just kidding. Anyways, this team is not that bad.
No, this team. I mean,
it's not as bad as your face.
Chase, Waddle, Godwin, Kittle, JSN. Okay, Cup when he comes back.
Love the receivers. Love the tight end. You are very receiver rich. Holy shit.
Yeah.
You need another running back, like at all, much less a good one at all. And then I think you can improve your QB.
Yeah. I mean, and the QB's not the worst.
No, it's not the worst.
I would worry about that running back way before
But there's room for improvement. But yes, I would definitely worry about that running back first.
Yep. I agree. Also, I love how everyone was all about Zay Jones this week, and then he comes out and puts up a goose egg.
And what did I say?
We said it.
Has good weeks. He's still the better receiver. Blah blah blah. Yep. Nobody believed me, and then what happened?
I believed in you, Kyle. I believed you.
Sometimes I know what I'm talking about. Believe it or not.
Yep.
I was one of
Not.
the only believers in Rashad White this week too. Sometimes I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's a not for me. Let's see. I'm trying to find my chat doubled here. So, no, I got. I like this. Situations are situational. That sounds like a
Yeah,
T-shirt.
it does. I want a T-shirt with that on there,
I
and I'm
saw a
just gonna have it
T-shirt.
say it's gonna be situations or situational. Underneath, it's gonna say AJB. It's gonna be a quote shirt. It's gonna be great.
Got Cup in the fourth and a 12 man. Did you draft like the day before the season started or something? Like, how late did
I
you
feel like this
draft?
was like a dynasty drafted 3 years ago before he was a thing.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm. I am
Cup in the fourth
curious.
is
Oh, he said third
weird.
in the third round, but still,
Still
how?
ludicrous. He
I'd
was a
like to
first
know
round pick
how.
in every single redraft league I was in.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't get that.
Um, I don't understand that. So I'm fine with Cousins as of right now. He's been doing fine. Has some easy matchups. Yeah, I mean Cousins is fine.
You've
That
got
running back is definitely.
you've got a
Um,
million receivers. Package up a couple and go get a decent running back. You don't even have to aim super high. You just need somebody. You need a
normal
body.
league, normal league redraft. Like, but when it had to be like when he was already like,
He must have
missing.
already been in Minnesota, ruled out for put on IR or
I mean,
something.
that's. I'm curious. Like, that's stupid. I don't think he made it past the first round in any league I drafted
None
in.
of my redrafts, he didn't make it out of the first
That
round.
doesn't. That just doesn't make sense. So yeah, why would your guys trade for him if they don't have value in him for some stupid reason? I don't know. Something about that's just not making sense. Um, when you tell us you know what you're talking about, you have no idea what you're talking about.
I know enough to know that you used the wrong no.
Oh,
That's part of that
gonna.
sentence. Must be a
But you used the
must be.
correct your, so I'll give you
Um,
that.
I
But
don't know what's in that Philly water, but
it was when he was questionable for week one. No, your league's just stupid then. If he was only just questionable, like
playing in a league full of children,
that doesn't make any sense. I've never seen
or
a
you're in
mock
a
draft go with that.
or
I've
you're
never
like
seen an actual draft.
he might also be in a sticker league draft like our Vegas one and just hid the cup one until it was his turn. It was like, oh, look who was still there and you forgot.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't understand that, but what do I know? Anyways, with that being
Well, according to
said,
AJB, we don't know anything.
oh, I know
We don't know
nothing.
what we're talking about.
Self-admittedly, I know nothing, so I'm not worried about it. With that being said, it's no longer my birthday here. It's past midnight, so we've been on for an hour and a half. So let's wrap this sucker up. It's been a lot of fun, guys. Uh, Kyle, I'm swiping. Uh, AJ, thanks for stopping in, man.
Yeah,
Thanks to all of you for stopping
autocorrect
in.
got you again, didn't it?
Again, go check out fantasyfootballadvice.com. Get signed up. It's free. You can get your questions answered all the damn time. And join us tomorrow night. We'll be on at 11 Eastern, 10 Central to do this again. Let's hang out and for the weekly kickoff. So we'll see you then.